Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
It's Tuesday, the 25th day of August 2020. It's time for the network news. I'm Odette Campbell. In the headlines this evening, the former finance minister threatening legal action against local periodical for criminal investigation story. Mom reaches out to GBN to thank Good Samaritans who assisted in the delivery of bouncing baby boy on a public bus. The health minister announces an investigation into why the health system may have failed a mother who gave birth on public transport. Bus operators accuse government of setting obstacles in their path. Government minister says hurricane shelters approved, but Nadma Head says he's not aware. And around the globe this evening, Usain Bolt contracts coronavirus and he is chided alongside other celebrities for hosting non-compliant COVID-19 parties. And researchers say a man in Hong Kong who already had the coronavirus once has contracted it a second time. In sport this evening, GFA says so far so good, and it's action time this weekend with Fontenoy coming up against Hurricanes playing in the final of the club championships. And the sports ministry sets up training nets at Progress Park in St. Andrew. We'll bring you the details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
And let's look at the news tonight. It's time to say thanks and just what the mother who gave birth on a public bus 2 weeks ago is doing. For Tasha Phillip of Latante, St. David, the birth of her baby was not the first time she did so on a speeding vehicle on her way to the General Hospital. In an exclusive interview with GBN Today, the mother of 7 said despite her ordeal, she is grateful to the people who ensured the safe delivery of her baby. GBN's Rena Pear visited Phillip's home on Tuesday.
Tasha Phillip of Latante St. David says that she and her baby boy are healthy and home safe and sound. Just 1 week ago, the mother of now 7 gave birth to her bouncing baby boy on a moving passenger bus traveling the St. David Wester Hall route. The life of the mother and her baby were in the hands of 4 Samaritans on the bus who were labeled as heroes. The mother told GBN this is not the first time she gave birth in a speeding vehicle, as this happened to her as her daughter was born in a car. However, she is grateful for those who took care of her and her son.
They tried their best to speed up with the bus to go with me as fast as they, to get to go as fast as they can. But partly it didn't happen as how they wanted. I ended up delivering the baby on the bus, and the lady who helped me and whosoever in the bus as passengers who really put out, I appreciate what they do for me, and because I did not know what would have happened with the baby or me, because I was sitting when I make the baby. could not lie down no way in the bus. And I thank God that the lady catch him when he came out.
You?
Yeah, everything they okay with me when we reached in the hospital. The baby was safe, everything. The lady who helped me, she had an idea how to hold him so the fluid could come down, you know, and thing. Yeah, when I reached, they called the driver, blow, and then the nurses and them come, and they call in neighbor car, and they take the baby, they wrap him up, and they go with me on a wheelchair. When I reach, they check him out as soon as possible. They say he okay and thing. But still, I find they could have keep us a little long in the hospital to see how, you know, he will react, but they did not keep me long. They put me out the Saturday after the incident, and I came home. Everything, they say everything okay with the baby and me, so they let me out.
Philip, in an exclusive interview with GBN, recalls what happened on that day.
As I speak, I'd getting the contraction since early up, and I tried to tell the nurse and them if they could advance sending me down, and they said no, I'm not due for labor yet. So the Friday I had to went back in clinic. I went back, I had the pain. I was scared to tell them, but when they really decided to check me, then they realized that I had the contraction. But really and truly, they had a debate. The nurse and the next man had a debate stating that if they must leave me in the head center or send me down. The lady said, well, look, the next nurse turn on and tell the next nurse that I got to go down. She wasn't able to see about me in the surgery because they're busy. So they send me down. They tell me do not idle on the road, try and get a bus as soon as possible and do not go home.
Father of the baby boy, Kellon Williams, was also grateful to those who saved his partner and son's life, but he believes more should have been done by the nurses in the health center.
They know should do something better than that still, because it's danger. She and the child. Yeah, if she make it in the health center in mind, she could just call me, be on the bag, we had the bag, they pack everything already, and let me deliver my baby and come over with my baby. Easy and simple.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Meanwhile, Health Minister Nicholas Steele told GBN today that an official investigation has been launched into the incident.
The ministry is in the process of fully investigating the matter to take the necessary action. That action will be taken swiftly where necessary. The individuals in question would be PSC appointees, and therefore it is for the ministry to make the recommendations after the investigation for appropriate action by the PSC.
He's hoping that there'd be a quick conclusion to the investigation.
We take it very seriously and are looking to have a swift investigation. I've already received the first report, and so to the PS, so that the PS and the Chief Nursing Officer will take the appropriate action as they see fit.
That was Health Minister Nicholas Steele speaking with GBN via telephone today. Former Finance Minister Nazim Burke is questioning the motive and timing of an article published in the New Today newspaper titled "Nazim Burke put under criminal investigation." He says the question is, why now?
This article is cowardly, it is deceitful, and it is disgusting.
The article, published for the week ending August 21st, 2020, speaks about details beginning to emerge about a criminal investigation allegedly ordered by government relating to scholarship funds given to Nazim Burke's son to study in Canada. The report claims the investigations were ordered on the grounds that Mr. Burke was allegedly engaged in wrongdoing in his position as Minister of Finance with state funds for the purpose of paying for his son's education at a university in Canada. The article cited authoritative sources and a source familiar with the issue who said there was a flurry of exchanges between relevant governments in both Grenada and Canada on the Burke issue over the years until it reached a dead end. The article did not state what year the alleged investigation started. Mr. Burke notes that since his exit from frontline politics in July 2008, he has made only 2 media appearances, including Tuesday's To The Point program, and questions why now a story with that headline is being published.
My son was awarded the Island Scholarship in 2007 during the years of the NNP administration. He commenced his studies in 2008 and finished his degree in biomedical engineering in 2012 at the University of Toronto. What makes a story that Nazim Burke was investigated by the Kate Mitchell administration in relation to his son's scholarship the most important national story of the week ending August 21st, 2020? That is the question that must now be asked. This article appears to have come from nowhere. So the question is, why now?
The former finance minister says the headline to the article is misleading.
The source made it clear to the writer that the investigation had failed because there was no evidence of any wrongdoing by Nazim Burke. What does it tell us? When read in its plain and ordinary meaning, the article itself appears to clear me of any blame or suspicion. Yet, Blossom, the paper presents as its headline, Nazim Burke put under criminal investigation, clearly implying that as at August 21st, 2020, there is an active, ongoing criminal investigation into some element of my conduct. What is clear to me, therefore, is that the headline does not seek or find any justification in the words contained in the article.
Mr. Burke says with the impact the article has on his life, reputation, and livelihood, legal action is forthcoming.
This is not just political. It is calculated to hurt me economically and hurt my reputation. And therefore, those who are behind it must pay.
Was there really an investigation, whether it was 5-10 years ago? Was there really an investigation?
I have absolutely no idea.
Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.
And police have confirmed to GBN that a 21-year-old man, Zavid Sinclair of Mount Nesbitt St. John, was the lone occupant in a car that crashed at Calviny and subsequently exploded in flames in the early hours of Sunday. GBN was told that Sinclair sustained minor injuries. He was taken to the General Hospital for medical attention and was released. The fire department rushed to the scene to extinguish the blaze. Reports are that Sinclair was driving along the public road from the Westerhall direction and heading to the Cliff direction when the vehicle hit a utility pole close to the Gospel Hall Church. It plunged down the embankment and was tossed an estimated 90 feet from the point of the original impact before coming to a stop and bursting into flames. Police said the matter remains under investigation and that on conclusion they will determine if any charges will be laid against the driver. And this is Network News. Still to come, busmen venting over a long list of woes, and we'll go back to old-time days for a salivating experience in tonight's GBN I Saw. Do stay with us. This is Network News.
Is your business really ready this hurricane season? One of these businesses thinks they're ready. The other one is really ready. Business A used the MUI preparedness checklist. Business B didn't follow any checklist. Business A created a disaster preparedness plan, and practice drills make it easy to remember. Business B knows it's hurricane season but doesn't quite have a plan. Business A chats with their friendly Massey United insurance rep to check their deductible and ensure their coverage is adequate. She protects important documents and keeps duplicates off-site. Business B hasn't checked her insurance policy in a while. She protects important documents but forgot to make duplicates to be kept safe off-site. Let Massey United Insurance help you get ready this hurricane season. Download our helpful hurricane and disaster guide today.
Ofio.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hotspots.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low? For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Renelec, energizing our Grenada.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back, and we're looking some news of transportation, and there is some venting. Bus operators are frustrated, already pressured by COVID-19 limitations. They believe that barriers are being set to impede their progress. Gerald Joseph has been listening to their long list of woes.
Some bus operators have had enough and are calling on government to step in and perform their roles as facilitators and not just tax collectors. These bus operators are displeased with government's refusal to enforce the rotation system for buses, which was designed to aid in the loss of revenue incurred due to compliance with the social distancing requirements. Bus operator on the Grand Dance route Navin Prasad tells GBN another issue tied in with the limited number of passengers is having to pay insurance for 19 persons while only carrying 14.
Which I think is kind of unfair to us to be paying the insurance for 19 people when we are only allowed to carry 14 people. So I believe the government along with the insurance companies could work together to see if they could give us back something for the additional passenger we are being not allowed to carry, because of the regulations.
Ronald Stephen, who also applied the Grand Dance route, fully supports the return of the rotation system while noting the oversaturation caused by continued issuance of stickers despite limited passengers.
Yes, I honestly believe the rotation is not a big plus, but it will help. You understand? Because there is so much of us on this route, this Grand Dance route right now. It's just like chaos. You understand? It's like you put on 2 eggs and you have 100 full. And everybody's scrambling for that little 2 eggs. So the government, along with the transportation system, needs to find a way, you understand, to help us. They're not trying to help us, and that is where the problem coming in. They are looking for ways to make revenue off us instead of helping us so that we could better our business, and our social outside there to the public.
Both bus operators shared similar views and are calling upon government and the Transportation Board to remedy the situation or put a temporary stop to issuing stickers, at least for the Grand Dance route.
You don't have people to bring. Remember, there is no school right now. Remember, the call center, which we normally depend on, this is on they're working at home right now. You understand? All hotel, majority of them are closed still. You understand? We don't have no flights coming in. Well, big flights coming in because the whole place is locked down.
So it's creating a little problem because buses have to wait a little bit longer on the bus stop with passengers. And I agree that passengers want to go, but at the same time, we have to try to see how much we could try to make our business viable, you know what I mean?
So at the end of the day, we running at a loss because I could tell you from a driver, I'm not an owner, but I'm a driver. And I could tell you at the end of the day, sometimes I don't just want to tell the boss, here, go pay me. You understand? Because what we making, sometimes you can't even cover driver and conductor salary.
Hardships of earning a living and sustaining their business were the common cry as the busmen noted the rotation of company employees and a lack of general social distancing compliance while buses carry limited passengers. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, one would think that September will bring good fortune for bus owners and drivers. However, Navin Prasad believes that the reopening of school will not create a greater avenue of income generation.
There's going to be a little more kids on the road, but remember it's just for a period of time, morning and evening. And the traveling public, generally, workers and everything is on a low. So I don't believe that would greatly improve our movement as bus operators.
And we move away from transport now, looking to disaster management. And there seems to be some breakdown in communication as a government minister says the long-awaited list of hurricane shelters has been officially approved by the cabinet. However, NADMA's director seems to be out of the loop.
3 months into the Atlantic hurricane season, the list of shelters has not been published. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Disaster Management, Simon Steele, was asked about cabinet's approval of the list of shelters, and his response was short.
Yes, the list has been approved.
With more storms and major hurricanes predicted for the record-breaking season, the delay in the release of the list was a cause for major concern. However, it was reported that the shelters were under inspection and had to be tweaked to allow for compliance with COVID-19 protocols. While answering the question asked about the approval of the list and how soon it will be revealed, Minister Steele said the list had been updated.
It's an updated list, and that if that hasn't already been communicated, it should be.
However, when contacted, Acting Disaster Coordinator for the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, Sylvan McIntyre, told GBN he was not aware that the list was approved. Because this year's season coincides with the COVID-19 pandemic, the Shelter Management Committee maintained that not only will signage be placed at the shelters, additional protocols will also be established for people having to use the shelters, including cough etiquette, adopting hygienic practices, and most importantly, maintaining 6 feet distancing. Inside the shelters, only families will be allowed to stay together. Everyone else will be stationed 6 feet apart.
Well, let's wait and see exactly what is the status of that listing. Now, let's take a look at what the lens captured for tonight's eyesore report. I think it has something to do with fresh-made, homemade bread.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight's eyesore features a photograph of a drum pan oven with bread baking inside. Before modern creation of gas and electric stoves, baking was done in outside ovens such as the one pictured. As seen in the photograph, heat is placed both at the top of the oven and underneath, which is said to be one of the contributing factors to how delicious the end product is. You can send in your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
It's never over until it's over. We continue to monitor the tropical weather report, and Sigoni Mohammed keeps us up to date.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening across the islands at this time, because guess what? We've been receiving rainfall, and that's good news for our reservoirs across Trinidad and Tobago. The latest data coming out from WASA as of yesterday, the 24th of August, indicates that we are definitely seeing an increase and something that is meaningful within the last couple of weeks. So at this point, we're seeing Hollis definitely close to its long-term average. And remember, you're looking at the current percentage tonight to where that long-term average is, and that's the figure that we see where it should be, or our reservoir should be at this time. Just a couple of days ago, Caroni Arena wasn't doing so well, and at this time we're seeing some figures coming in that is definitely on the up. Of course, Navet and Hillsborough and Tobago definitely improving as well where precipitation values are concerned. We are expecting more rainfall in the weeks and months to come as we continue through our wet season, so definitely looking out for some reasonable figures to come into play, and of course some good news as well where this is concerned. If we move over into the Atlantic at this point, we continue to track tropical storms and Saharan dust. Of course, we do have a dust plume in the central portion of the basin, and it's producing dry, stable conditions for us at this time. But there's a massive tropical wave getting ready to move off the African coast, and we'll be watching that into the next couple of days. Further west, we do have Tropical Storm Marco. This system degenerated overnight and it's no longer in the picture, but Tropical Storm Laura is now a hurricane. And let me enhance this and show you what's going to happen where this system is concerned at this time. We are seeing that after it lashed parts parts of the Caribbean with deadly force. Laura, now a hurricane, is going to undergo rapid intensification. It's at a Category 1. It could reach major status well into midweek, getting up to Category 3 as it makes its way toward the Gulf Coast states in the United States. And that means it could be devastating. Already, 13 lives have been claimed by the passage of this system, with just about 4 of them coming from the Dominican Republic and 9 from Haiti. Several other people have been reported missing, and that's what we know at this time. We continue to track Hurricane Laura as it moves through the northwestern portion of the Caribbean into the Gulf of Mexico well throughout the rest of the week. Join that conversation on social media, though. You don't want to miss that. Closer to home, let's take a look at what's happening here. Not too bad. We do have some spotty showers moving in and around the area. It will make for some interesting conditions in the next couple of days as it battles that Sahara dust, and this is the precipitation factor we're talking about. So tonight, quite settled, a little bit on the breezy side, but you'll get a few partly cloudy pockets, and within there, you may just get an overnight shower into the pre-dawn hours as well. Temperatures not too bad, with lows dipping to the mid-20s, but as we push into tomorrow's forecast, well, this is where things begin to change. We see a lot of sunshine, some Saharan dust. Have your relievers, your inhalers on hand, but at the same time, you want to look out for that interruption of partly cloudy to cloudy skies, and that will bring with it some quick passing showers. Temperatures get steamy again. 34 degrees Celsius is the forecast maximum for Trinidad. Tobago coming in at a whopping 32 degrees Celsius. By late evening, we'll be expecting gentler, breezy weather into the overnight hours. So definitely have the umbrellas on hand for those heavy downpours just in case. But during the daytime period, you want to stay cool and stay hydrated as best as you can. That's a wrap on your forecast.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with brief light isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas light to moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open water. Tides high at 8 p.m. and low at 2 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:58. Weather for Wednesday, August 26th, partly cloudy and windy, becoming cloudy during the afternoon, with light to moderate showers and a medium chance of isolated thunder during the night. Weather for Thursday, August 27th, generally fair, windy and hazy, becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon with a medium chance of brief isolated showers overnight. And weather for Friday, August 28th, partly cloudy, windy and hazy with few brief light isolated showers.
At Dutch Lady, we give you delicious and nutritious milk. We make sure our milk is filled with essential nutrients, calcium, vitamins, and protein. Dutch Lady gives everyone in the family a strong start to the day. Keep your family healthy and happy. Dutch Lady, building strong families since 1871.
Distributed by Hubbard's Agencies, Kirani James Boulevard, St. George's.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together. It's the craziest summer deal ever from Campbell Bookstore. Buy one, get one free. Deals on notebooks, pens, pencils, glues, crayon, file paper, everything needed for the new school term. Deals also on office supplies. So visit Campbell Bookstore at the corner of Young and Scott Street, or give them a call on telephone number 321-3500 or 420-3507. At Campbell Bookstore, the craziest summer deal is on.
Dreaming of taking a break and escaping to an idyllic, happy place? Well, finding it does not require you to go too far. You already live in paradise. All it takes is for you to go out and discover it. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are blessed with a wide variety of accommodation that satisfy any taste and budget. Find the one that suits you and your family and treat yourself while having peace of mind that your health and safety is a priority. Knowing that we have gorgeous waterfalls, stunning beaches, and flavorful cuisine, let's be tourists in our own islands and enjoy paradise at home.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpack, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize, the ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code beach line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass scratch and win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the best fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
And welcome back. When school reopens and the class numbers are cut, Who will get to be in the class and who gets to stay at home? This is one of the questions being asked as government looks at a possible staggered approach to learning in the times of COVID-19. The way forward for teaching and learning was put under the microscope on Monday's Beyond the Headlines.
For students, dressing up in their new school clothes during the summer holidays, excited and anticipating starting a new school with old friends and looking forward to making new friends, this year will be one with a difference as education officials attempt to introduce a staggered approach to learning due to the impact of COVID-19, as explained by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Andel.
The blended approach can work whereby the teacher who is teaching in the classroom face-to-face to 15 students can also be delivering that lessons via the internet through devices to 15 other students at home. Because the device and in its design, the teacher, once there is an internet connection, can deliver the lessons face-to-face to the students and also lock the students at home devices so that they can see the presentation made by the teacher in real time.
Former Education Minister and political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Franca Alexis Bernardine, had a suggestion for government.
The system would have been to put in a shift system of
Real Value IJ Supermarket, serving our community. Think Real Value IGA Supermarket today. Real Value IGA Supermarket keeps the savings flowing when you use your Real Value IGA Supermarket frequent shopper card.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a shopper's card? Yeah, sure.
Real Value IGA Supermarket, where good food begins.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal, join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made. My name is Hollis Mr. Killamap, and I endorse this message.
And welcome back. When school reopens and the class numbers are cut, who will get to be in the class and who gets to stay at home? This is one of the questions being asked as government looks at a possible staggered approach to learning in the times of COVID-19. The way forward for teaching and learning was put under the microscope on Monday's Beyond the Headlines.
For students, dressing up in their new school clothes during the summer holidays, excited and anticipating starting a new school with old friends and looking forward to making new friends, this year will be one with a difference as education officials attempt to introduce a staggered approach to learning due to the impact of COVID-19, as explained by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Andel.
The blended approach can work whereby the teacher who is teaching in the classroom face-to-face to 15 students can also be delivering that lessons via the internet through devices to 15 other students at home. Because the device and in its design, the teacher, once there is an internet connection, can deliver the lessons face-to-face to the students and also lock the students at home devices so that they can see the presentation made by the teacher in real time.
Former Education Minister and political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Franca Alexis Bernardine, had a suggestion for government.
The system would have been to put in a shift system of perhaps 7:30 to 12 for one half of the class and 1 to 5, making therefore adjustments to things like transport and so on, but giving the children the social interaction that is heavily desired by everybody.
The guidelines regarding the reopening of schools on September 7th will be disclosed next week. However, one concern dealt with by Roger Williams, a lecturer at the Edna Manley College for Visual and Performing Arts in Jamaica, on Monday night's Beyond the Headlines program, is teachers' readiness to engage students with the new learning platform.
So that need for the teacher, and the more knowledgeable, what I like to call them, to start designing to meet the needs and the learning outcomes of these students. So it's no longer you say, I say, but you're designing so that students can see the end of the lesson before it actually happens. That's what needs to happen right now, you see? So if the teachers don't have that skill, you could give them all the tablets, but you would still have to do programs and programs. GOT may have to do more programs, help the Ministry of Education to train teachers so that we can have a faster adaptation into this whole new beginning, I would call it. But the teachers may be the weakest link.
Education Minister Emmeline Pear is satisfied that while there is room for more training, teachers have stepped forward and are prepared to deliver. There are many questions yet to be answered, such as when the class's numbers are cut, who will get to be in class and who gets to remain at home? Should parents invest in purchasing all 5 shirts and other necessities, or should they purchase half of what they are required? And how to ensure that all students who will need the platform have internet connection.
And we're moving on now to news of the Royal Grenada Police Force. The officers of the fire department requesting further assistance from government to extinguish the blaze at the Perseverance landfill. The fire has been raging at the site since March, and while suppression efforts have been ongoing for the past 5 months, they've not been as effective as anticipated. The Minister of the Environment, Simon Steele, addressed the issue during the weekly post-cabinet brief.
The undertaking has been quite significant over the past months. And then the final area is all of the protective equipment. As I said, safety of workers is of paramount importance, and the firefighters. So additional protective equipment and fire suppressant foam, other materials that are used to control the fire.
This is the 5th major fire at the landfill since 1995. Senator Steele says arrangements are also being made to conduct air quality testing in the area.
There is also a request for additional support from the authority, which will include air quality testing. 2 options are being looked at. One is to acquire equipment so we could do our own testing over a prolonged period, or bringing in experts who are able to do that. It's important that we are aware of the air quality in the region, and ensuring that it is within safe limits. So that is being arranged.
This is Network News. Still to come, Usain Bolt and other Jamaican celebrities come under fire for violating COVID-19 protocols. They've been hosting COVID parties. Bolt tests positive for the coronavirus. And in sports, we'll be speaking with Ms. Nisha Peters, the communications officer of the Grenada Football Association, looking forward to the finals on Saturday. GFA says so far so good, and we'll also be going to St. Andrews, where the Ministry of Sports has erected nets for the youngsters to train. We'll bring you those in the sporting segment and as we probe around the globe. Do stay with us.
Please be advised that post-appointment premium or PAP refunds are now ready to be distributed to qualifying former policyholders or FPHs. Premiums to be refunded comprise those in respect of health policies, premiums received after June 18, 2011, life policies, premiums received after surrendered dates or lapsed dates, property policies, premiums received after May 1st, 2010. Please call or email to ascertain whether you qualify for payment. Persons who do not qualify under this phase of refunds shall not be entertained. Payment of these refunds will be made by check during the period of August 10th, 2020 to September 11th, 2020. Payment under the sum of 20 Eastern Caribbean dollars will be paid via cash. Checks can be collected from the BICO office on Young Street, St. George's during the hours of 9 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. All FPH are asked to walk with proper identification, for example, national ID, driver's license, or passport, when presenting themselves for payment. Representatives of claimants should present, in addition to their own ID, a notarized letter of authorization from the FPH, a notarized copy of the FPH's ID. Executors of wills should also present notarized copies confirming their standing as executors. If you have any questions, please contact the Judicial Manager on 473-444-5801 or 784-456-2669. or email ruben.john@bdoecc.com. Please note that all COVID-19 health protocols must be adhered when collecting payments.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpack, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize, the ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code beach line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass scratch and win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
Well, good evening, sporting fans. We know that COVID continues to disrupt the world, and there's a lot of buzz around Usain Bolt, but we'll tackle that in the GBN Caribbean segment when we go to our probe around the globe. We're staying locally, and we're starting with the Grenada Football Association saying so far, so good. And it's now down to the wire. It's ready for the face-off, which decide who goes home with the 2020 Club Championship trophy. Third place playoff is between Hard Rock and Stab Sports Club at 4 this Saturday. Once that decider is completed, fresh pairs of legs hit the field at 7 in the evening for the decider of the tournament. That matchup will be between Fontenoy and Hurricanes. The Football Association's communications officer, Ms. Nisha Peters, has been watching from behind the safe zone in what is this COVID-19 environment. She joins us live to take us through Saturday's adrenaline-inducing final. Nisha, what's it looking like?
Well, Odette, it's looking like it's going to be a wonderful final. We have, as you said, first the third place playoff between SAB and Hurricanes. That will be an exciting match. Both teams are dying to plug that third place. They each had the opportunity to make it to the final, but unfortunately, they were defeated. And the final, you'll see Hurricanes, the Giants in the football, and Fontenoy, a team that has not won a tournament in years. And these players too are eager to win this championship, and they're looking forward to the final, I must say.
And I guess it must be something big, especially for the Fontenoy guys, because growing up, especially in the newsroom sports desk on Scott Street, when Raul Titus is there, the big Fontenoy guy, and he's talking about Ashley Ramfolks and Trevor Twitz, there was always this big thing about Fontenoy being the best. So yes, Fontenoy is looking forward to the action, I'm certain.
Yes, they are. They have a full history of football in the background, and a number of young players on the team right about now. They have not won any championships in years, you could say, and they are really hungry for it. As the captain always saying in his interviews, that is something that they want for themselves as a club, and also for the fans and for the people of Fontenoy and their surrounding areas.
Well, I know you're doing this in a very peculiar time. You had to put the championships on hold when COVID, the pandemic, struck in March. And you look forward to doing this. How has the runoff been? Has it been easier than expected?
We thought it would been a bit difficult, but unfortunately, I must say, it's been a smooth run, of course. The teams coming into the stadium, they've been adhering to the protocols. The staff on board as well have been adhering to the protocols. We've been doing what we're supposed to do, following that strict protocol, making sure that everybody is coming in, is being tested, they sanitize, and keeping the distancing, the sitting on the bench, ensuring that our ball boys as well are adhering to that protocol as well. And it's been really easy, I must say. I thought it was going to be difficult, and I know the fans they're eager, they want to know. We've been looking at the live, not on the stream, we're looking at the comments from the fans on the live, asking for them to be there in the final. We are trying our best, I must say, to try to get that. We have made a proposal to the COVID committee, the Ministry of Health. They have that proposal in front of them. We just waiting on a word from them, and if they decide to do so, then we'll allow limited fans, I must say, in the stadium, adhering to the protocol, sitting and ensuring that everybody is safe within the stadium.
Well, you just stole my thunder there. I was going to ask you about the feedback you were getting from fans who've been following from a safe distance. So since you've done that, I'm going to thrust this at you. When this action is done on Saturday, where to from here, if you can give us some kind of sneak peek into what is going to happen GFA football-wise after this.
Basically, we're planning to prepare for the Premier Cup. We're looking to have a meeting with the person, the Bargati. He's the one who's running the Premier Cup for us. We're also planning for the Gold Cup qualifiers. That is in September, October, November, around there. Grenada is going to be playing in Group A. No, it's just going to be more football and football going forward. And it's going to be a busy time for the association and for the national teams on our whole.
Nisha, let me say thanks very much. And as always, GBN will join the GFA to broadcast the games live on GBN television and on Facebook together with our YouTube channel this weekend. And we will continue to log in with you and see what's happening. And then next week, we will look ahead to where to from there. And we just wish all the players all the best this weekend. So long, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And still at home this evening, cricketers in St. Andrew have something to look forward to once they get the green light that they can get back into action in full once the pandemic is over. Training nets have been installed at Progress Park. Sherry and Noel of the Government Information Service has been testing out the facility with a few junior players.
An initiative by the 4 sitting MPs of St. Andrew in collaboration with the Ministry of Sports to install 2 cricket nets at the Progress Park is a welcome initiative by many. Recently, we spoke to some young cricketers who are very appreciative of this gesture. The junior cricketers says that the installation of the nets at Progress Park is going to ease in cost of the parents so that they can reach to a closer destination to learn the game of cricket.
I think it's very important because, as you said, we had to leave up here to go down to St. George's to have a lot of net sessions. That would be costly as well. So the matter and the fact that we have nets coming up here is going to be a lot more cost efficient for us. Notwithstanding the fact that it's also going to help us in terms of match preparedness. The guys up here, that's an advantage those guys down in St. George's and St. David's always had over us, because when we come to the park here, we just have to practice on the grass, and sometimes it's not always as helpful as knocking up in the net. So this is a great venture that's being set up here.
It's a great benefit. Cricketers in St. Andrews, we rely on the nets in town, and that is something that is rare, especially with the senior players always in using the nets. So we being able to obtain a net in Grenville is very important and very beneficial to St. Andrews players in terms of being able to execute different shots in the game and to play on the pitch in a match situation, right? And I think it's a very good installment, and it would definitely improve the cricket in St. Andrews.
You see, we have the concrete strip is already completed, and we are still awaiting the turf to be completed. The only setback now is the dust or the soil to put on the turf, and as soon as that is here, the groundsmen are ready to apply it and complete the turf.
From the Progress Park in St. Andrew, I am Sherry and Noel, thanking you for viewing.
And thanks, Sherry. From the nets in St. Andrew, we move right along to catch up on all the scores in the latest round of CPL matches. In today's early game, the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots got the better of the Barbados Tridents, winning the game by 6 wickets. We head over to James Saunders, the man who sits in the commentary booth for a full roundup of today's games and other sporting development. James, it's all yours.
Well, the CPL opens the innings, and the St. Lucia Zouk skipper Darren Sammy, he is not taking TKR lightly. Well, that's ahead of tomorrow's top-of-the-table clash at the Queen's Park Oval. Well, even though the Zouks, like the Knight Riders, are 2 wins away from the semis, Sammy is taking nothing for granted and sees every single game from here on as a final.
The St. Lucia Zouks have won 3 of the 4 games they have played thus far. They are now preparing for their next clash against the Trinbago Knight Riders on Wednesday morning at the Queen's Park Oval. And Captain Darren Sammy says the commitment from his players has been second to none.
Before the start of the tournament, at our first practice, the commitment I saw from my guys, with a team without superstars, the way they went about doing the business, being here in lockdown, the way we've responded to that, I just felt there was something, special about these guys, and it's showing out there on the cricket field.
The Zouks are 2 wins away from getting to the semis. However, Sammy says every single match from here is extremely important, starting with the Knight Riders, whom he sees as tough opponents.
We have Trinidad, who's playing really well, at the moment, and it's always been a battle against them. We will plan for them, and like you said, we know 10 points definitely makes you qualify for the playoffs, but we're not looking only to get 10 points. We're looking to play each cricket match, like it's our last.
Sammy has also been pleased with what Roston Chase has been doing for the Zouks with bat and ball. The all-rounder has 2 50s so far, averaging 40.66 plus 5 wickets with an economy rate of 4.80.
Roston will be the first one to tell you he's not a T20 cricketer, he's not a test match cricketer, he's not a one-day cricketer, he's just simply a cricketer. That means a contest between bat and ball, and that's his main mindset towards playing cricket.
Even though Sammy is yet to make a contribution with bat and ball at this year's CPL, he is optimistic of delivering for his team in time to come. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
All right, let's bring it back to the present, where the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, well, they earned their first win of the season after getting the better of the Barbados Tridents by 6 wickets earlier today. Well, Barbados made 151 for 7, batting first before Evan Lewis struck the tournament's highest score of 89, and that's the guy the Patriots to a nervy last over win.
Barbados Tridents were sent into bat by the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots at the Queen's Park Oval. Johnson, Charles and Sheho put on a stand of 50 for the first wicket.
Yeah, typical. One turn down there.
Charles was LBW to John Ross Jagasaw for 24. Then Jagasaw had hope caught by Patriots captain Riyad Emrit for 29.
Mid-wicket, Sohail. Riyad Emrit himself, in fact.
Kyle Mayers chipped in with 22 before Sohail Tanveer had him caught by keeper Dinesh Ramdan. Tanveer also had a part to play in Jason Holder's dismissal. The captain was run out for just 2, and the Tridents were in a shaky position, 79 for 4. Corey Anderson and Ashley Nurse came together to bring some respectability to the innings. They provided some pyrotechnics during a stand of 56 runs for the 5th wicket. Nurse was brilliantly caught in the deep by Evan Lewis of Alzari Joseph for 25.
It should be taken.
Then Anderson hit one from Emirates straight to Tanveer, and he departed for 31. Imran Khan also took a wicket as the Barbados Tridents were restricted to 151 for 7.
Good catch.
In their run chase, the Patriots got an opening stand of 34 from Chris Lynn and Evan Lewis. Lynn was leg before to Rashid Khan for 16. Then Joshua De Silva was caught behind of Holder for 1.
Oh, and he's gone.
But Lewis was unfazed by the fall of quick wickets and displayed his heroics with a bat for the St. Kitts and Nevis franchise. Both Lewis and Ramdan had a stand of 78 for the 3rd wicket, with the southpaw playing aggressively. Ramdan fell to Mayers for 20. Hayden Walsh Jr. was the man to take the catch.
Yes, it is!
Mayers then took his second as Lewis was caught by Rashid Khan for a top score of 89, embellished with 2 4s and 9 6s. In the end, the Patriots reached their target of 152 for 4 in 19.3 overs to win by 6 wickets. Ben Dunk was unbeaten on 22. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
It's time to check in on regional and international cities to see what's happening around the globe, and we're starting in Trinidad and Tobago, where employers are being urged to follow public health guidelines as it relates to employees testing positive for COVID-19. Crystal Wilson tells us that concern is mounting among members of the public as positive cases continue to increase.
Over the past few weeks, a number of corporate establishments were forced to close their doors to members of the public after confirmation that an employee or employees tested positive for COVID-19. In other instances, businesses were ordered closed for sanitizing by public health officials after it was confirmed via contact tracing that the establishments were visited by a person or persons who tested positive for the virus. During Monday's Ministry of Health press conference, Principal Medical Officer Dr. Naresh Nandram outlined protocols to be followed when someone in the work environment tests positive for the virus. He said the number one priority is the COVID-positive patient.
If there's a positive case at any place of business, the first thing, our first priority is to get that positive patient into a healthcare facility to ensure that they don't decompensate and we don't have another family member being lost.
The next step, according to Dr. Nandram, is determining primary and tertiary contacts. The Ministry of Health then orders the establishment closed.
As soon as the Ministry of Health is made aware of the case and made aware of the business, we reach out to the business owners or the managers immediately and ask that everyone be quarantined and ask that the establishment be shut down immediately for sanitization.
Meanwhile, Health Minister Dr. Terence Dialsing emphasized every situation is unique.
It is difficult to have one glove to fit all sizes in this, but there are protocols online that any potential employer could look at, and the Ministry of Health will reach out and assist as far as humanly possible.
Crystal Wilson, TTT News.
In Jamaica, international track star Usain Bolt is among a group of celebrities being chastised for disregarding health protocols. Bolt is said to have contracted the virus. Alicia Williams of TVJ tells us more.
If there's one thing Jamaicans know how to do, it's party. Like clockwork, parties are held week after week. Then came COVID-19, forcing people to stay indoors, wear masks, and stand 6 feet apart, upending the party scene as we know it. Or did it? This was Usain Bolt's 34th birthday party in full swing on August 21. In a 2-minute 30-second video posted on Instagram on Sunday, the COVID-19 breaches were glaring. No physical distancing as the music blared. We spotted only 2 persons wearing masks, but Usain Bolt was not among them. Not even the DJ was protected. Among those present, popular entertainers like Ding Dong and the Ravers, Chris Martin, and footballers Leon Bailey and Raheem Sterling, all front and center, having their fair share of droplets. Of concern, too, is whether or not Raheem Sterling broke quarantine protocols to attend the party. Sterling, who plays for English team Manchester City, played in the semi-finals of the Champions League in Portugal on August 16, 5 days before the party. It's mandatory for all visitors to the island to be quarantined for 14 days. Usain Bolt's party is not the only event staged by well-known Jamaicans which showed a wanton disregard for the health protocols. This video was posted on Beanie Man's Instagram page over the weekend after his birthday bash. Clear breaches of the COVID-19 protocols. Music, check. Entertainment, check. Masks, missing. Physical distancing, not on this porch. His partner and PNP candidate for West Rural St. Andrew, Crystal Tomlinson, was also at the party, shuffling through the patrons. Yes, without a mask. At one point, even touching her face. Other dancehall artists such as Kemar Haikon and Conscience were also present. They engaged in close conversation. Others were busy covering the ground, but not their faces as they move around the dance floor. For social media users, Beanie Man was sharing the love, especially in this video with his former dancehall rival Bounty Killer. But no concerns about the spread of the virus. The government reopened the entertainment sector in July, allowing for events with a limit of 280 persons, with all the health protocols observed. For instance, visible signs and markings on the ground to ensure physical distancing. The health ministry has since revised some of the health protocols as the cases continued to climb. Alicia Williams, TVJ News.
Very interesting report there. The moves, but there's going to be the health consequences, and I suppose the law will also have some consequences there. We're moving along. Researchers at the University of Hong Kong say a man in Hong Kong who already had the coronavirus once has contracted it a second time. The finding suggests that some patients who recover from COVID-19 may have only short-lived immunity from reinfection. NBC's Tom Costello reports for an in-depth today.
From Hong Kong this morning, the first confirmed case of a patient contracting the coronavirus a second time. Doctors report the patient, a 33-year-old man, was first diagnosed with COVID in late March. His condition then required hospitalization, though the case was mild. Then, 4 months later, reportedly after returning to Hong Kong from Spain via the United Kingdom, he tested positive again on August 15th and was hospitalized but is asymptomatic. The findings suggest that some patients who recover from COVID may have only short-lived immunity from reinfection. But experts say there is no cause for panic and the reinfection is common with other coronaviruses.
I'm not surprised. I think some people will get reinfected. I don't think everybody is going to get
reinfected. We know that people develop a certain level of immunity against the virus. How long that level of immunity lasts, we don't know.
With more than 23 million confirmed cases worldwide, doctors insist that this discovered case of reinfection should not derail the push for a vaccine.
This tells me is that even for my patients who have recovered from a natural infection, I would still offer them the vaccine because I don't know if they've had a high enough immune response, and I don't want to put them at risk for becoming reinfected.
The news comes after the FDA's announcement Sunday on the eve of the Republican convention that it had approved emergency authorization of convalescent plasma to treat COVID-19. Medical experts say plasma, which has long been used to treat other infectious diseases, has shown promise in treating COVID. The FDA commissioner reports a 35% improvement in survival. Mayo Clinic researchers say it was most effective when administered early and with high doses of antibodies. ICU Dr. Vin Gupta cautions plasma is not a cure-all for everyone.
I've been using it for patients since March, and we think it might connote some benefit. It's not large, it's not a breakthrough, it's not a miracle cure, but it's been around for other infectious diseases for millennia.
By the way, the FDA commissioner is now clarifying his remarks, saying that there are a lot of caveats to that 35% improvement. Back to the gentleman from Hong Kong, it now appears that he had a second strain of the coronavirus, not the initial strain. And that's how they determined that, in fact, he was reinfected, because if he had the same strain, they would have thought maybe the virus just kind of laid low for a while. In fact, it's a second strain. And this morning, we're now hearing that there are two cases, one in the Netherlands, one in Belgium, of people being reinfected with coronavirus.
Well, as seen there, COVID-19 continues to be a major challenge the world over indeed. We'll keep tracking the developments as always and bring you updates as the stories unfold. That's our peek around the regional and international cities this evening. Just in case you missed it, we'll remind you of tonight's top stories in a few. It's time for a look back at tonight's leads. The former finance minister threatening legal action against local periodical for a criminal investigation story. Mom reaches out to GBN to thank the Good Samaritans who assisted in the delivery of bouncing baby boy on a public bus. The health minister, meanwhile, has announced an investigation into why the health system may have failed the mother who gave birth on public transport. Bus operators accuse government of setting obstacles in their path. Government minister says the hurricane shelters approved, but the NADMA chief says he doesn't know. He's not aware. And around the globe this evening, Usain Bolt contracts coronavirus, and he is chided along with other celebrities in Jamaica for hosting non-compliant COVID parties. Beanie Man named in the lot. And researchers say a man in Hong Kong who already had the coronavirus once has contracted it a second time. And in sports, the GFA says it's action time. It says so far so good. This weekend, the finals will pit Fontenoy against Hurricanes, and Sports Ministry sets up training nets for cricketers at Progress Park. That's the GBN Network News, brought to you at this time because of our coverage of the CPL. GBN, we're first in sports coverage. We take you to the action, we take the action to you. We'll see you again tomorrow.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6
even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Pay more.